Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're actually going to be working on the 300. So y'all seen in the last video, or last couple videos or something like that, we've been clearing out here in front of the shop. We'll get to that in another video. But yesterday, so yesterday we was working out here. I grabbed the side skirts off the trailer for the 300. I actually got those thrown on, and well, it most definitely ties in the car much better. It looks a whole lot better. Peeled these cheap little chrome pieces off, and well, I guess today we're going to be taking them back off again because well, we're getting the thing ready for paint. So these side skirts actually have a little bit of damage on them that need fixed. So y'all see, I did get them on. They're filthy, but I did get them on the car, kind of halfway clipped in and whatnot. But like I said, today we're going to be tearing this thing apart and getting it ready for paint. So for painting the car, we're going to pull off the handles. I'm going to try to pull these off, or this one off. I don't know what it's held on with, but we're going to be taking these off. We're leaving these, actually, mirrors and some of the front end, and maybe some more. It depends where we can get to today. So I think we're going to pull these side skirts back off, but I'm actually going to back the car up a little bit, and we might start with the rear end here, because we need to pull this bumper off as well, because you can see we got some damage here, and we got a little crack on the other side, kind of under the taillight, that we need to get fixed up. We're going to be fixing this bumper, so I think we might start with there. So probably start with this bumper, get these taillights out, get the bumper off. Be nice if this would work. I need to get a new key. But I guess, like I said, we're going to start with the rear end here, get this all apart, then we'll move the car back and start on the front end. Alrighty, guys. So we got the rear end of the car all disassembled. Bumper up here. I put the lights in the trunk here. This is not shut all the way. Got those in there that easily. Now I'm gonna back the car up, and we'll start either on the front bumper or on the sides. I haven't decided which. We'll figure it out though. And I'm also gonna have a separate video as far as debadging. If y'all noticed, we already started on the trunk. But anyway, let's get this thing fired up. And well, when my spotter comes back, we'll get this thing backed up. That way I don't run over the lawnmower back there. Alright. So it's been a little bit. It's now kind of getting dark. But we got the rear bumper off. We did get the side skirts off and the hood, as you can see there. But we put everything, there we go. We put everything back here in the trunk as much as we could, anyway. So, chrome trim, headlights, taillights over here. We got a mirror and some other stuff in here. Got the emblems off of the deck lid, and well, we got the doors tore apart. So I got the handle off, broke it. I have to get a new one again, because we've already replaced this handle, but I have to get a new handle. But we got the handle off, got this trim off. Over here, we'll get to this in a minute. over here, we got both doors stripped other than the molding there. So we got the mirror off, chrome trim off both doors, both handles are off. And then up front here, we got the bumper off, headlights out. The hood is off because I need to paint the underside of the hood, and I also want to paint this hood hinge and the insides, fit the jams on these fenders and kind of the top of this piece. So that way when you open the hood, it all looks nice. I'll probably leave this here because it's adjusted. So I'll probably paint this when we do these, and we'll just tape everything off nice. And also found we need to replace this washer hose while we're here. So got all that off. So the front end is bare once again. And over here, what we're gonna have to do, I'm gonna sit down for this one. But so one thing is on the fenders down here, the side skirts, you can see where they clip in right there toward the rear 3/4 of the fender. So what we're gonna do is, what we're gonna do is when we paint all that stuff up under here, we're gonna go ahead and hit that right there with some paint, just to color it. That's all I need. I don't need it to be perfect. I just want to color it because I had mentioned we're going to paint the whole car. That's why we're doing all this. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the side skirts on the car. I do need to fix a couple spots like I mentioned on the side skirts. I might show you that here in a minute. But when you do that, that's also why the bumper's off, because we need to do some fixing on it. But we're going to paint the side skirts on the car. So, you know, you would probably never see that, but I would just like for it to not be silver and for it to be black and match. So that's what we're going to do there. And again, same thing with the core support and the fender jams. We're going to go ahead, paint all that black just to make it look nice. And the same thing with the underside of our hood. Again, no one will probably ever see it, but I know it's there, and I would like for it to be right. That's why, you know, we took all this stuff off. These handles, or this handle, I should say, was a pain to take off. And the doors are kind of a pain to take apart on this car. So, we're trying to do this right. Again, I'm trying to make this a really, really nice car and paint job. So, one thing we didn't do, and I'll show you all that as well. So we got the side skirts off. They're up here, and you can see that one's got some cracks in it, and it's got some under here underneath, and then they got some, see the reflexes there. They do got some pretty good gouges up underneath that we will also get sanded out and make nice. I'll also need to get clips for these, because they have two different kinds of clips. They have these clips that kind of secure them, and then you have these kind of square clips you see there. I need to get those square clips. I also need to fix up this here. So we got some work to do on those, but we left the driver door together mostly. I got a couple screws out of it, went ahead and popped these two clips out of here, but we left the pad. I need to find the code to that, the handle, this, and the mirror, just because I still need to move this car around. I need to be able to get in it and you know, everything else. The other doors, we can only open from the inside. So it's nice to have one door that we don't have to leave the window down or anything like that. Because I'll show y'all, like for this door, for example, reach it in here, find the rod, pull it, and push the door open. If I can do this one-handed. It might be locked. Anyway, y'all get the idea. It's not pleasant. But anyway, all the doors are like that, except this one. That's why we left it alone. So now, at the same time, I'll also say the reason we went ahead and took everything off is because when we go to wash this car, I wanted to be able to get all this clean and all this years and years of dirt under all of the handles and the trims and that kind of stuff. So same thing with the taillights. You know, I just wanted to get everything nice and clean. That way we minimize the trash in the paint. Same thing down there with the side skirts. And again, we do have to fix the skirts anyway. So it's kind of a double whammy there. But we're gonna get this car nice and clean before we sand it. Then we'll sand it, and we'll probably give it another clean, just to make sure we eliminate as much problems as we can. So that's kind of where we're at. I still need to take the moldings off. I don't think those are going to go back on. We will see. We'll see. One thing, this chrome trim here, this little stainless trim, those are going to stay on the car. I looked at taking those off a second ago. They don't look too bad to take off, but I don't want to worry about kinking them, or then they don't fit right, and then you got to find new ones or leave them off or whatever, you know. So those are going to stay. But the moldings, we're going to take those off. And I think what we can do with these is just tape around them, because they fit kind of tight, but they are raised. So it shouldn't be a big deal to go ahead and tape around them. And we'll probably take an X-Acto knife and trim out around where the paint is. But anyway, and I might do the same thing around this little keypad. I don't know. We will have to see. And then when we go to paint the car, since it won't have the handles and stuff on it, what I'll probably end up doing is leave this driver's side window down. We'll paint the car and just make sure that it gets taped up very, very well. And no overspray gets in the car. Hopefully it doesn't, but I don't necessarily know any other way to do it, because you can take a pair of pliers and stick in the front door over there and push it down and it'll open. But I don't want pliers anywhere near a fresh paint job. So that's kind of where we're at. And I think, honestly, what we can do, I'll show you over here, is I think with the chrome trim off, I think we can tape, because I'm going to sand all up in here too. That's why I wanted these off. But I mean, you can see the dirt and spider webs and everything else. But I think what I'll probably do is tape along here. This thing's kind of pushed out. We'll figure that out. But anyway, I think I can tape along here, along the top of this, because again, it is raised. So I'll tape along there for both of these doors, and then probably continue my tape right around here or so, and that should be sufficient. Now, another thing, we're painting these and the pillars. So I want to do that just to get rid of this faded plastic look. So we'll also have to tape these off, unless we can figure out how to take them off. which I don't think we can because they wrap around. So we're gonna have to take these off, and we're not painting the roof. That's why we didn't take the little antenna thing out. We're not painting the roof. There's nothing wrong with the roof. A couple little hail dents, and I don't even know if you can see it. There's a little dent right there on each side of the car, but other than that, the roof is perfectly fine. So we are not painting the roof. What we're probably going to do, break it off right here along this weather strip all the way around, and we should be golden. So that's kind of the game plan for the old car here. I do have paint. I don't know where we put it, but I do have paint for the car somewhere in here. I went ahead and bought a full gallon kit off of the coating store. But if y'all are tackling a similar project, check them out. Most definitely. They're not sponsoring this video. They're not paying me. I paid for that paint with my own money. But I will say, cheapest that I've found anywhere. And actually, it gave me some confidence in them because I ordered the paint. I got it like 3 days later, which is insane for shipping times right now. $400 for a gallon of paint, the reducer, the clear coat, the reducer, hardeners, all that kind of stuff, everything you need. $400, free shipping. Got here quick, like I said. And when it got here, they actually had reached out to me and said, "Hey, we had a issue with that batch of paint. We're just gonna ship you another gallon. When it gets there, just ship the old one back to us." They gave me a return label and everything else. Everything was all good. So that made me feel kind of good, knowing that they care that much to notify a customer and say, "Hey, we had an issue. We're shipping you out something from a fresh batch," and so on and so forth. So anyway, like I said, recommend those guys. Pretty good service, good prices. I bought some stuff at a local paint supply store for this car. Actually, I bought some sealer because we are going to seal the silver parts of the car, and we might blend the sealer onto the door just to make sure everything's all nice. We will that side for sure because we've got body work over there. And I'm actually going to redo that body work. I don't like 100% how it looks, so we're going to fix that. We're going to try to fix as most of the dents on the car as we can. And anyway, like I was saying, I bought sealer, a quart of sealer and associated stuff to go with it. A can of adhesion promoter, and I think that was it. And it was over $200 some at this local unnamed paint store that I'm not going to say the name of. So that's just ridiculous. And the fact that I bought a whole gallon kit through the coating store for $400, I would say that's pretty good. But anyway, guys, that is the car. Sorry I didn't film a lot. We were trying to get this done. It's kind of late on a Saturday. We really didn't intend to work today. We're about 3 hours from home, and I thought, let's work on the car and get it ready. And, well, here we are. So, anyway, guys, I reckon this is going to be a wrap for today. Again, we're probably going to call it here. I'm not going to do anything else on the car today. So I think the next thing is I need to take the car up to the house. Probably, I don't want to drive it because I don't have no taillights or nothing. But I'll take the car up to the house. We'll get it washed. We'll wash, all the associated pieces that we need to do. Because again, we need to fix the bumper. We need to fix the skirts. We need to paint the underside of this hood. We need to paint those jambs and the bottoms of the fenders. And then we should be ready to go ahead and start sanding, finish out all of our body work, and get this thing painted. It's been a long process, but I'm super, Super excited for it. But guys, I reckon that is going to be a wrap for this video. So I'm going to open up the door here, get a thumbnail for this video, and well, I guess we'll end it out here. Alrighty guys, so with all that being said, I think this is going to be a wrap for today's video. So with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or possibly found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.